I am Natalie. In my work as a healer, therapist, and in this podcast, I consult the spirits, guides, and counselors. I have been working this way for over 13 years, and this connection has existed from the day I entered this world. In this podcast, In the Heart of Being, a spiritual journey, the spirits, guides, and counselors connect me to the layers of being, dimensions, and the library of knowledge, where we connect the spirit with the body, which I love to share with you all. Will you join us in our quest, weaving the unknown into the known? So welcome. Today, me and the spirits, the guides, and the counselors going to talk about bravery. I asked them, what do you want to talk about? And I gave them a few words, but they said, we want to talk about bravery. So if you could have saw my face, then it was like, okay, woo, bravery, interesting subject. I will ask them, why do you want me to talk about bravery? Is that when we become brave, as they say, when you become brave, say as when we humans become brave, then everything that was holding us back, our minds, our beliefs, our society, that in a way, from one moment to the next, we shed skin in a way. The leashes we have attached ourselves to, they just fall off. They cannot hold on to us anymore. So when we dare to show up, do things we have never done before, then the bravery is stirred up inside of us. So my question would be, what happened? Why did people become in a way less brave? Or were they never brave at all? And then they show me this example of one of the things I have seen some time ago about this woman that swam from Cuba to Key West. I thought it was really inspiring and in a way also an act of bravery. Just in a way believe that you are capable of those things. And we need those people that find this bravery inside themselves. We need to hear about them, because then we understand that we as humans are capable in so many more things than we believe ourselves. Because we can say society gave us a certain education, we are brought up a certain way, but still we are capable of so many more things. And the one that is holding us back is the beliefs, they say. We have so many beliefs that in a way are very deep, buried inside ourselves. And to become brave in a way will ask you to look at yourself, the way you think, the way you respond, the way you are. Because that will teach you something about the beliefs you carry. So many people, including myself, are in a way very harsh or can be harsh at certain moments. Have the idea that they don't deserve certain things for whatever reason. And it's not that we need to deserve things in our lives or that our lives have to be big and beautiful, but it's something that is deeper. It's a grain of something that doesn't give you the possibility to live life fully. And to live life fully, we need bravery. So, is there something in your life that you truly would want to do? But you have all those ideas and all those beliefs that are holding you back. Then I want to invite you just to see if you can get into this feeling of discomfort. Because this is what it needs to change this from the idea to the action. You need to get to the discomfort. And what they show me is a path you walk. So, you have this really lovely lounge chair you're sitting in or you're laying on. And then to get to the other side, it's like this empty road with nothing And maybe sometimes it feels a little bit dangerous or uncomfortable or harsh or whatever it can make you feel. It makes you feel uncomfortable, that's for sure, because to be brave, you need to leave the comfort behind. But it is rewarding to be brave because something inside you is stirring up and is asking you, move. You can be in this situation or whatever you are, this feeling, these thoughts for the rest of your life. But there's also a possibility to just go out and live your life. And for that, we also need bravery. We can sit around and do nothing and have the feeling that we live. But we truly live when we just get caught up in a moment, end up somewhere that we didn't think we would go to, and then we can have different experiences than we had before. But we are so... This from another movie. It said, people are like birds. They make a nest everywhere they go. And we are so used to our comfort, including myself, with you all, every day. When you look at yourself, you have a certain rhythm every day. And it's not that you need to change that rhythm, but just be aware of it, because most of the times you get the same result every day. Every day you walk the same path, you have the same ideas, you have the same beliefs. But the most important things are the beliefs, because the beliefs are the ones that can get you stuck for the rest of your life. They are looking at me. He said, okay, let's go back to the bravery. Yes, tell me more about this bravery you want to talk about. So what do you see energetically when people are brave? This is a question that came into my mind. And they say when people make like those certain pictures of plants and they measure the energy, then you see these colors around it, and this energy is like the radiance of the sun. This reminds me of a picture someone made of the solar eclipse not long ago. You saw the blackness of the moon that was in front of the sun. I cannot even explain it, but the light was bursting out after the moon from the sun. It was like radiant. And this is the same with plants. They have that too, this radiance and these spikes. And when they show me, when we in a way when we get brave and decide that, okay, I'm going to change this, I'm going to approach this differently, or this is something I always wanted and now I'm going to just do this, then it sparks. We spark in a way. And people around you, when you start talking about it, that you made this move or you made this step, they instantly start sparking also, because your field is like this sparkling field that is in a way igniting the person that is sitting next to you. So when people are brave, we change the world, they say. And that would be a beautiful thing if we would know what to change, how to change, because this is something inside us. This is something that invites us to jump, to move, to know, and to trust that wherever you go, you will land on your feet. Because not only cats have 7 lives. If we would look back in our own history, we would think, whoa, that just went well. Ooh, that was not, if that could have gone very different. So most of the times, there's so many situations in our lives that afterwards we think, okay, perhaps next time I'm not going to do this anymore, because it could have been worked out a different way. But at that moment you were brave and you wanted to try. So braving has a lot to do with trying and being curious. Because when we have beliefs, we are not curious anymore. We already know how things will end up. And bravery is, they say it's time to be brave. Humans, they say it is time to be brave. Because when we are brave, we let go of fear. Fear, shame, anger. All those feelings are not present when we are brave, when we step forward, when we step into our essence, when we are comfortable with who we are, not thinking about the outside world, but with ourselves, because inside ourselves, they say you are the most critics. They call us the restless. They say humans are the restless. In a way, they're always wrestling with something. Isn't it something outside themselves? Then it is something that is inside themselves. Their thoughts, their minds, their ideas, their beliefs, their feelings. They say, you struggle. But when we become brave, we start to let go of the struggle. We stop wrestling and we start living. And we step forward and we show ourselves. And then we show it to the world, so that they will find a way to be brave also, to know what is important for them. And we have all certain feelings and ideas from what we know will enrich our lives, will make us glow, will make us spark. And the more we allow ourselves these sparks, we spark it in others. And with this, he said bravery will be like, they show it to me, it's like this circuit all over the world, that people stand up in their bravery. And bravery has nothing to do with fighting. Bravery has to do with knowing, a deep knowing. And longing is not the right word, but in a way I will use it for now. A deep knowing and a deep longing that how things can be. We know this. We know that it is in a way implanted in our cells. We know what we are and who we can be. And the moment when bravery enters our life, enters the world more and more, this circuit starts to light up. I don't know what it is called, but like the puppet is all behind each other. This domino effect, they say, then just goes all over the world. And bravery gets sparked in humans when they are inspired. When they see someone else doing something, they say, "Wow, I did not know that this was possible." And then poof, the mind blows open. And when that happens, the next time you want something, you think of this, that we are capable of so much more than what we are doing today. And then you will be brave. You will step forward and you will follow your heart. For our heart is the one that is guiding us into bravery with a deep sense of trust and knowing that this is the way to go. Even that if it can make you feel uncomfortable, somewhere inside you, you know this is what you need to do. Next time, me, the spirits, the guides, and the counselors will talk about intuitive quality with Mariette as a guest, but more about that in our next episode. In the meantime, you can connect with us on natalienevali.nl and on Instagram, in the heart of being. Thank you for listening. See you next time.